Chaotic crystal, the portal, soul abduction, a mind of mystery, celestial star. I'm gonna say celestial star. Oh, stare. No, yeah. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Hello everybody, my name is Kristek and welcome to The Test. Final Revelation. The third and final installment of the Test series from what I know and understand. I played the first two, the original The Test, and then I played The Test, Hypothesis Rising. I'm very proud of myself for remembering that. And I did enjoy both of those. And like I said, the first one had me. It got me right off the bat. The second one, not as much, but I did answer to the best of my abilities. And I definitely will be doing that with this one. So without further ado, let's start. Oh, the font's different. Before experiencing the test final, it is highly recommended that you do the test and Hypothesis Rising before venturing in. Like I said, the test and the Hypothesis Rising are the first two. You will stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you've played the first two titles, so it's basically saying what the second game does. Play the ones before this one. I would like to urge you to go and play the test, followed by Hypothesis Rising now before venturing forward. Would you like to close this game now and play the test, or the test 2 before playing the test 3? I've already played both of them. Well then, let us continue. Please make sure that you answer each question with the utmost honesty and that you take your time to answer the questions presented. Even answering one question improperly may drastically change your outcome. You cannot go back to answer questions you misanswered, so be sure to take your time. This is of the utmost importance. Yeah, that happened the last time with one of the questions. So I had fate last time. The last time they did not... Oh. When the sun comes crashing down and the heroes fade away, when darkness is all around and there is no light of day, I will come back for you so that you never feel alone. My spirit will push through. Your heart will forever be my home. And when the world spirals into abyss, I will be standing there, your embrace so long I've missed. My soul, my love I bear. And when every nerve has been left deadened, and every ghost has left its shell, I will bring you back to your heaven as you've rescued me from my hell. Well, that was very pretty. I like that. I really like that. One of the questions would be, did you like that beginning poem? That means you're going to hell. Oh! It's fate and the other person. No matter what happens, I will always love you. Choice. Oh, see, now they never told us what the name was. It was always fate, and they didn't say who this was. And I am blocking. So I'm just going to go in the middle here. Choice, do you promise? Fate, with every ounce of my heart, each droplet of my soul, I swear to you, we're going to find a way out of here. Does that mean me? Are you going to use my... Don't use my pooper. It barely runs as it is now. It is not a good choice. The testing room. Okay, so I'm going to schnunk my way over here again. Destiny. Ooh, Destiny's cool. I wasn't expecting you so soon. Oh? Really now? Though I knew that one day we would meet in this room. Did you now? You see, closely, I've been watching you. Studying every breath and every move. A few of my former colleagues you may have met. And a slew of questions you've answered without regret. I may be similar, but unlike them still. I'll make you swallow the truth like a bitter pill. I will peel the emotion from your soul, okay? And make you eat your feelings whole. Great, we got a rhyming person. Fucking wonderful. The questions I ask may be hard to answer, but I will cut the truth from you like a cancer. Both of us know why you are here. It's because I bought the game and I wanted to keep going. To open up and cast out fear. Oh, okay, yeah, we will go with that one. To be as honest as you can. To take angel's wing or devil's hand. And in the end, we both will know how to escape your undertow. My toes out of this. My toes have not done anything to you. Time is on your side, but mistakes are not. Misanswered questions lead to mystery wrought. Take time to think before you decide. Dig deep for the answers that live inside. You may not go back, you may not return. Once a decision is made into your soul, it is burned. But before we continue, just know this. Your dishonesty would be very remiss. It means don't lie. Answer truthfully. If your answers lack the guidance of truth, then your final destination will be rather uncouth. So with that being said, I need your heart's honesty. You can run from yourself, but you can't run from me. Okay. Now, let the examination begin. What, no rhyme? I'm shocked. Do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? Yeah. Do you ever feel like you put more effort into friends or relationships than others put back into you? Sometimes, yeah. Do you ever feel like your life is going nowhere? No. Do you ever feel like you're trapped in limbo? No. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? Not really, no. Are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? No, I truly don't look towards the future. I live in the now. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? No. As from 1, 2, and all that, no, no, and no. Are you afraid of death? No. Are you afraid of what might come after death? No, because I'll be dead. Do you feel as though you're wanted in life? I believe so, yeah. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? You know, sometimes, yeah. Yes. Do you ever feel like a burden? I used to, but not anymore. Have you ever felt left out? Yes. Have you ever felt like a failure? Yes. Have you ever felt like you just weren't attractive enough? Yeah. Yeah, I truly did, yeah. Have you ever worked yourself sick? No, that I have not done. Do you ever have racing thoughts at night that make it difficult for you to get to sleep? No, never. Whenever I lay into bed, my head touches that pillow, I am gone. Are you afraid to ask for help? I used to be. I've realized over the years that not asking for help when it's needed is stupid and harmful only to yourself. So am I afraid to ask for help? No. Do you feel like people often criticize you? Yes. Do you ever feel judged by your friends or family? Yes. Do you ever wonder what your purpose in life is? Oh, your purpose is in life? No. If you can turn back time for any reason, would you? No, I don't think I would. Everything that I have experienced and lived through make me who I am. I would never change anything. Would you say that you have many regrets in life? No, not really. No, I don't. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? Yeah, it does. It does. It takes a minute for me to warm up to people, but I know how to act and I know how to put myself out there to try to overcome that, but no, as I'm going into the situation, yeah, I feel very uncomfortable. Does looking at your window at night make you feel uneasy? No, no, it doesn't. Do you sometimes double check that your doors are locked even though you're certain you've already locked them? Yes. Do you ever feel like life is moving too slow? No. Do you ever feel like life is moving too fast? Yes. Do you feel uncomfortable when you're home alone? Not at all. Would you consider yourself to be a thoughtful person? I'd like to believe so, yes. Would you consider yourself to be superficial? No, I don't. I don't think I am. No. No. Do you ever judge others by the way they look or dress? No. Because I don't want anybody to do that to me, therefore I don't do that to them. So no. No. I don't judge based on that. No way. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? I do not. I answered this in the last one, so no. Have you ever been bullied by someone you cared about? Yes. Have you ever been a bully to someone? Yeah. Yes, I have. We've covered this, I believe, in the very first one. But yeah. Yeah, not physical. Never physical, but yes. Do you try to keep a low profile to avoid attention from others while in a crowded area? Yeah, I do, because crowded areas make me extremely uncomfortable, so yes. Do you actively try to avoid busy... I was just talking about this. I do. I do, yes. Would you sometimes rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? No. Does making phone calls make you feel uncomfortable? Surprisingly, no. Especially with the job that I did have before the current one I have. I had to call and talk to people constantly about their computer issues, from it crashing to needing replaced. And I've had very uncomfortable calls and situations where obviously the person didn't want to hear what you had to say, but you still have to make those calls. They still have to happen. So no, I don't feel uncomfortable with that. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people, even when they're doing something that bothers you? Yeah, I would say yes. Do you feel uncomfortable when committing to definitive plans for the future? Yes. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stay motivated? No. Do you ever fear that you're failing those who you care about the most? Constantly. Does driving a vehicle give you anxiety? No. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? No. Have you ever carried an object around with you that made you feel more comfortable? Yeah. Does being around animals bring you a sense of peace? Yeah, it does. Do you sometimes believe your loved ones are lying to you when they say that they care? No. Do you ever feel like you push your loved ones away? Yeah. I have. I don't like when they pause like that. Going to have to stop you there. The truth that pours forth is incredibly clear. Okay? I hope that you're being honest for your own health. I am. You can try to lie, but you'll be cheating yourself. We're back to rhyming. Great, wonderful. I'd like to move on to the next phase of the test. Okay. A series of pictures to give your brain a rest. Fuck. They're going to tell me what the emotional response they bring out. Oh no, I don't like this. This is like the Inkblot test, but it's going to be something spoopy and make me shit myself. Which will show me what your mind is pondering about. Okay. It is the Inkblot test, isn't it? So feast your eyes upon the art, and let me into that precious heart. For starters. Ooh, that's cool. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, or numbness? It's not chaos. It's too ordered. See, relaxation. That is very. I love the way that looks. I'm okay with it. It's beautiful. What do you think this picture is called? Chaotic crystal, the portal, soul abduction, a mind of mystery, celestial star. I'm gonna say celestial star. Oh, stare. No, yeah. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. You know what? I'm gonna go with the portal. Very interesting. Moving on. Ooh, that is really cool. What emotion do you feel is the most present in this picture? It's kind of like webby stickiness. It's not very chaotic, though. It's not really angry, either. The colors, I could see that. Exotic, life, demented, toxic, abyss, or stuck. It's very abyssal. What do you think it's called? Corruption wave, the birthing, blazing soul, darkness within. Like darkness within. That's actually really cool. I see. Next we have this one. Ooh. Oh, that is really cool. It's very. This one seems kind of chaotic to me, so we're gonna say chaos. What word? Glorious twin mirrored space planets galactic. What do you think it's called? The Vault, Datacron, ICU, Reflection of the Universe, Shattered Worlds. I don't know what a Datacron is, so I'm going to say it's probably that. Noted. Take a look at this one. I'm waiting for it to be like some horrible, like monster. Ooh! Chaos. Yeah, I could see that. Gateway, staircase, heavenly, unknown, vast, or open. I'm gonna say gateway. What do you think this picture is called? Light at the end of the tunnel, the porthole, dimension door, stairway to heaven, or the rabbit hole? I'm gonna say light at the end of the tunnel. That's peculiar. No, it's not. Don't you judge me, you crowned bastard. And how about this one? Ooh. It's kind of like an angry thing. It's like an angry butthole. What word do you... ring, abyssal, darkness, lightning, or blazing? Abyssal. That's totally abyssal. The nest of darkness, the abyssal gaze, shroud energy crown, darkness forming. I'm gonna go with the edgy deviant art is the nest of darkness. I'll make a note of that. What? No peculiar answer for that one, Mr. Destiny? And this here. These all seem like images I had on my Trapper Keepers when I was in grade school. That's all this reminds me of. Or like the backgrounds I had on my Windows 95. What emotion do you feel the most here? It's kind of like underwater relaxing thing. What word? A mask, veiled, cyclops, jungle, prismatic, shouted. It seems very jungle-ish. What do you think it's called? Mind's Eye, Forest of Depth, The Masking, Eye of Chaos, A Shining Light. I could see the eye. I see the eye, but I'm going to go with Forest Depth. I see. Now this one. Ooh, total chaos. Planetary collide. Bosoms, wings, feathers, heavenly. I was thinking like collide or planets. Growth seed, Mother Nature's gift, forming earth, we meet again, angelic touch. I kind of like we meet again. I really like that. That is kind of cool looking. How about this? Sure! Give me another one. Ooh. Anger. Fury, torment, volcano, brimstone, shattered vault, fury. That's definite fury vibes. Arcing blaze, the world breaks, inferno gate, the shattering rage incarnate. Rage incarnate. I like that. That's interesting that you say that. No, it's not. Don't you dare. How about this one here? Ooh. Very tech, like, waiting for, like, techno to, like, to drop or, like, a wave synth or something. Actually, if you look at it, like, here's the mouse real quick. This right here is, like, the head along with the mouth and, like, the eye, the mind's eye, and the two eyes, and then the mouth right here. I believe that is the look of a Journey album. Gonna go with Chaos again. Cyborg Veil information, analyzing futuristic. What do you think it's called? The Datasphere, Thought Provoked, Incubation of Dreams, Matrix Watcher, Life Protector. Incubation of Dreams. I'll make a note of that one. Now this one. I wonder how many there are. Okay. A lot of these are going to be chaos. I'm sorry. Well, Ocean, Sky, Womb, Destiny, Warp, Birth. I was thinking Sky. Birthplace of Dreams, Monolith Heart, Endless Sea, Going Under, Ultraviolet. It's probably called Ultraviolet. Interesting. Take a look at this. I would be glad to. Very techy, and total chaos. What were Data, Broken Eye, Disfigured, Anarchy, Puzzle? I'll say, like I said, very techy. I'm gonna say Data. Deciphering, I Broke You, the Crystalverse, Planaire Zone, Picasso Face. It's probably Planaire Zone. Huh. Am I actually right? We're almost done. I doubt it. I highly doubt it, Destiny. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Chaos? These are all, like, fantasy, like, I'm tripping balls pictures. Arc, slime, vapor, melting, drool, viscous. I thought, like, bubbly slimeness when I seen that. The Jowls of Death, Planet Cradle, Planet Forming, Dark Lights, the Sludge. I'm gonna say the Sludge. Interesting choice. Thank you. It's very goopy there. Let's see here. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Anger. What were it? Crown, sword, laser, sunlight, eclipse, solstice. I can see the sword. I see the crown. Definitely laser. I mean, I see it all. But the first thing I did see was the crown. Solar blade, broken steel, disintegration chamber. I'm gonna say it's called the Red Angel. All right then, because I also see an angel there too. Just a few more, okay? Again, chaos. Cosmic Sphere, Eye, Beauty, Pearl, or Gorgeous. I'm gonna say Gorgeous, because that is really pretty. Spiral World, Marble of Time, Formless Being, Higher Intelligence. I'm gonna say Marble of Time. I really like that. That's surprising, because you're wrong. Almost finished. This is interesting. I wonder if there is an overall like collection of like all the answers and stuff. Actually, it's kind of relaxing. Gaseous, chaos, warp, wave, nebula, jungle. I'm gonna go with nebula. It reminds me of the aurora borealis almost. What do you think this picture's called? Vaporous forms, light breaking, soulless space, leaves, close, verdant path. Vaporous forms. Very good. Am I actually, like, do I get the name right? Or is it just, like, what it, last one, and make it count. Again, with the space themes. It's blue, and blue is known as a relaxing color. What word do you feel best describes this picture? Music? I do see, like, music notes and stuff like that in there. Choir, voice, hollow, solitary void. Music. We're gonna go with music. What do you think this picture's called? The sound of silence, empty world, warp tunnel, notes of harmony, the static field. I'll say the sound of silence. I think that about rounds it up, which is also a very good song, too. Your answers have been documented well. Deep into your subconscious they dwell. But I am not finished with you just yet. We have more questions to answer, I bet. There are still some truths that have yet to be met. As a matter of fact, this is only the start. I will learn the secret of your heart. We will have a great deal of fun before we part. So let me challenge you on another level still. I will pick your brain until I get my fill. This next set of questions will test your conscience more. And again, your honesty I do implore. Let us begin. 1 year, you're running a little low on funds to purchase presents around the holidays, so you decide to spend $1 and get everyone in your family a lottery ticket. You give each of them their own lottery ticket and wish them the best of luck. The drawing is held, and one of your family members hits the jackpot, but it's someone who you don't really get along with and just bought a present for out of moral obligation. They plan to keep the money all for themselves, as they feel like it was their ticket. How does this make you feel? Indifferent. That's the way life goes sometimes. Very well. It's true, though. That's honestly the way I would be. And what would you wish to do in this situation? No, the first three are horrible, horrible ones. I'd let them be happy with their winnings. If the roles were reversed and you were giving a winning lottery ticket, would you share the money with your least favorite family member who bought you the ticket in the first place? Me, myself, probably, depending on who the family member was. I see. Now, you're walking through a forest and you come across a black suitcase. Inside the case, there rests $1 million. Okay. Along the money, there lies a bloodstained note with the only word written on it. The note simply says, "Don't." How does this make you feel? Scared, there's blood in there. Anxious, what if someone comes for the money? Excited, I'm about to be rich. Indifferent, none of my business. It says don't, and $1 million is no small shake to be like, whatever. Yeah, what if someone comes for the money? And what would you wish to do in this situation? I would probably call the police and tell them about the suitcase. If the note wasn't covered in blood, would that change your decision at all? Nope. Interesting. Because like I said, someone is missing that money. That is no small drop in a bucket. The devil appears in your room at night while you're alone and just about to fall asleep, and tells you that he has a special one-time offer for you. In exchange for your soul and eternal damnation, he will let you choose from one of 3 glorious bargains. He has not told you what those bargains are yet. How does this make you feel? Yeah, scared. The devil's in my room. No shit. That's what everybody probably would feel. Suspicious. I don't think the devil truly exists. Intrigued. Angry. I want him out now. Wait, what? The game just stopped working? Wait a minute. Hold on. Pause real quick. Okay, here we go. Suspicious. I don't think the devil truly exists. The devil then goes on to assure you that whether or not you believe him to truly be the devil, he surely is. To prove his point, he demonstrates magnificent magical prowess and drags you to hell for a split second before transporting you back to your bedroom. In that second, you could feel a lifetime of pain and suffering in the most unimaginable ways possible. He then goes on to tell you of his offers in exchange for your soul to see if you can strike a bargain. Which of these would you choose in exchange for your soul, if any? Nope. You'll never age but can still die from physical injury. No, because all of these would... No, I would never do it. If the devil offered you a deal for some other kind, would you accept it in exchange for eternal damnation? No. I see. Can't tell me what to do. It's mine. I get to ruin it. Civilization is about to come to an end as a plague sweeps the globe. Very topical. Turning everyone who perishes into mindless zombies who hunger for living flesh. You watch as everyone you know becomes gravely ill and turns, except for 5 of your closest friends and family. How does this make you feel? Incredibly sad. I don't want to see the world to end. Excited. I've always fantasized about a zombie apocalypse. Scared. I don't know if I can survive for long. Indifferent. This is life now. I would probably be scared. I mean, I wouldn't worry about the world ending. I mean, sure, you could say excitement for a zombie apocalypse, but at the same time, if any one of those 5 people gets sick or bitten or hurt, you'll lose them for good. If you knew that a zombie apocalypse was coming in 10 years from now and you could prevent it from happening, would you? I would try my hardest, yeah. Interesting. You've been working at a company for 10 years, and you've been promised a very important and incredibly lucrative promotion. However, someone hired only a number of weeks ago has just been promoted to that position that you were promised. Your boss essentially tells you tough luck and that maybe one day you'll get the position and that he had to promote the other employee as a favor for a friend. How does this make you feel? I would probably be extremely pissed. I would be angry and betrayed at the same time. Yeah, betrayed. I wouldn't be able to trust that employer anymore. You've also learned a few secrets about the company that would be disastrous if there were to escape, such as the fact that they haven't been properly reporting their income for the last decade. What would you wish to do in this situation? I'd probably quit my job and look for somewhere else. Fuck that place. If the roles were reversed and you were hired and promoted as a favor over someone more deserving, would you accept the position? No, I don't think I would. I see. Very interesting. You're home alone at night, cooking food in your kitchen, and you turn around to realize that someone is watching you through your window in the darkness. They have their face and hands pressed up against the window, and they make direct eye contact with you before turning and running out of sight around the other side of the house. How does this make you feel? Scared. Where did they go? Anxious. I don't know what that's about to happen. Secure. I'm ready to handle whatever is coming. I'd be extremely protective. And what do you think you do in this situation? Lock the doors and call the police. Grab the nearest weapon in the house. Prepare yourself. Check to see if everyone in the house was safe. I would probably check to see if everybody in the house was safe. If the face you saw in the window was the face of a supernatural entity and not of a human being, would your answer change at all? No. I'm going to present you with some more potential scenarios, but I'm going to ask for more simplistic answers as a result. Here we go. You're not feeling all too well, so you decide to go to the doctor. The doctor runs a series of tests and gets back to you shortly after to announce some grave news. It turns out that you've contracted an incurably rare illness that there is currently no cure for. This illness causes complete body paralysis within 6 months of contraction, meaning that in less than half a year from now, you'll be rendered unable to move, blink, talk, or any form of expression whatsoever. You will need to be kept alive on a feeding tube, and you'll never be able to communicate with anyone else ever again. You will just be kept alive on machines in a vegetative state. So your body basically becomes a prison. You become trapped within yourself, which is the worst thing I could ever think of. Would you want to be kept alive in that state? Would you rather have the plug pulled when that happens? Pull the plug and let me die. How would you like to spend the last 6 months of your life while still mobile? Pursuing all the dreams I hadn't accomplished yet, making the world a better place. I'm spending with family and friends. Let's see here. There are diseases out there that can put you in that sort of unfortunate situation. Does knowing this motivate you to do things you've never done before and pursue more from life? Or do you feel relatively unaffected by the knowledge that this could potentially happen to you at any point in time? It doesn't change anything for me, because I know there are diseases and things out there that can do that at any time, and I would not change the way I'm living my life now just because something like that would happen. You have a pet dog whom you've raised since birth. 3 years have passed, and it's the best dog you ever had. You love it like it's your own child, and one day he runs away in the middle of the night, chasing after a wild animal in the darkness. You search everywhere for your dog, but no matter what you do, you can't seem to make any progress. About the month passes, and you still haven't seen any trace of your four-legged friend until one morning, you awaken to the sound of familiar barking. You rush outside to find your elderly neighbor in his late 80s is out on his front lawn, joyously playing with your dog. He has named the beast Johnny, and they both seem to be having the time of their lives. You rush over there and hug your dog. He excitedly licks your face. Your neighbor says, "Johnny's a good boy, isn't he? I lost him when I was just a boy, about your age. But he's come back. Johnny has come back, and we're together again." Come to find out, your elderly neighbor is suffering from dementia, recently brought on by the stress and heartache of losing his wife just a couple of months prior to finding your dog. The dementia has caused him to believe that your dog Johnny is his old dog from his childhood coming back into his life to make him happy and keep him company. The dog seems to be in great shape, very happy, and well looked after. You know, telling the old man that it isn't really his dog, it's your dog, would break his heart and crush him. Would you break the news to him that it isn't his dog and take Johnny home with you? Would you let him keep the dog and choose to visit him daily and play with him? I would let the old man keep the dog. I mean, hands down, I would not do that. Does the story make you sad at all? No. Honestly, no, because, well, no, in a way that the dog would bring the man happiness, and obviously nothing bad's happening to the dog. It is very sad that the man, the neighbor, is suffering from dementia, but if this dog can give him some kind of happiness and peace with it, no. Can you imagine yourself in the old man's position, being so alone in a life and finding one thing that makes you feel less alone, and potentially having to face it being ripped away from you again? I could, yes. Next question. Let's say that you were viciously murdered by a serial killer. You fell for one of their traps as they lured you in and made you their latest victim. Now let's say that you're given a unique opportunity in the afterlife, as you return as a spirit to roam the earth. However, you're bound to two potential options, and only two. You can either choose to haunt your assailant and make his life miserable, hopefully foiling his plans to kill in the future and potentially save lives in the process. Or you can choose to spend your time as a spirit amongst your still living family and friends, guiding them in a positive way, making their lives better. You are bound to whichever option you choose until either your family and friends are no longer living or your killer is no longer living. You cannot choose both. I would haunt my killer. In all honesty, even though I love my family and friends, being with them would definitely help them. As it said, it would totally help them. But if I could stop this murderer from killing anybody else and putting other families through that, I would haunt my killer. Do you think you have what it takes inside you to drive your killer insane and push him over the edge? Yes, I do. Do you believe that this scenario is possible? Sure, anything's possible. If this situation happened to a friend or family member and they were viciously killed, which situation would they rather? I'd want them to haunt their killer. Next question. One night you go to sleep and get a good rest that feels like the best sleep you've ever had. You wake up in an unfamiliar room, in an unfamiliar bed. You look in the mirror and you hardly recognize yourself. You look as though you've aged 20 years. There's a sticky note on the television screen that says, "Press play." So you oblige the note and hit the play button to reveal a message that has been left for you by all your friends and family that are still alive and well, though they all seem to be 20 years older as well. They explain to you that every single day for the last 20 years you've repeated the same day over and over again, kind of like 50 First Dates, the Adam Sandler movie, where she has short-term memory. I can't remember which memory loss it is, but they relive over and over and over again, and then like by the end of the movie, every time she wakes up because of an accident she was in, she plays the movie and it shows her whole entire life all the way up to having a child with Adam Sandler's character, and it fills her in on what happened every single time, which it's an amazing. It blew my mind when that happened. Due to the severe head injury, there you go, your memory doesn't last more than 24 hours, so each day when you sleep, all recollection of what took place 24 hours prior is entirely wiped. Your loved ones have made a video for you to let you have a say in your potential future. You have the option to either watching this video every single day so you know what's going on and can continue the progress, or even though you won't have any recollection of it, you can choose to continue living as you have been, repeating the same day over and over again, living in ignorant bliss. I would watch the video every day. Would you be upset if your family kept the truth from you for 20 years even though they felt like it was for your own good? I mean, if they kept the truth from you for 20 years, how the hell would you know? You wouldn't know, because you would be repeating the same day over and over and over again your memory only lasts 24 hours. Yeah, you would probably be upset, like, if you ever found inklings of it, but as soon as that 24-hour period hit, it would be wiped clean from your memory instantly. And then your family members would probably remove that piece so that you would not realize it. So, no. How would you know? If your best friend was in this situation, would you make a video for them telling them? I would make a video, yes. I will take note of your answer. Through frantic digging in the attic, reading old files and newspaper articles, you've come to find your parents are famed psychologists. You've also come to find that they aren't really your parents. In fact, they're not even related to you at all. From what you can gather through your new discoveries, a story tells of a young child who developed psychotic tendencies and went into a trance before murdering their parents in a tragically brutal way. However, that child suffered so much trauma from the event of the loss of their parents once the trance had worn off that they repressed the memory of their parents' death, blocking it completely from their mind. 2 psychologists took the child into treatment and performed studies against the child's knowledge, raising that child to be a fully functioning adult, while playing the role of the child's real parents to further gather data and potentially help that child avoid a terrible life in that process. You are that child. Would you resent your would-be parents? No. Would you be grateful that they gave you a second chance at life? Yeah. Would you feel betrayed by the secret they kept from you? Probably. At first, yes. Would you confront them about the articles you found? Yes, because they're psychologists, and they would understand and hopefully know how to handle that. If you were in their position, would you do the same for a child in a similar situation? I would think so. Interesting. I have one final scenario for you before we move on. Okay? The end of the world has come and gone. All that is left are post-apocalyptic soldiers roaming the lands, combing through towns and laying waste to any survivors in their path, in hopes of claiming their equipment for themselves in order to survive the harsh, barren wasteland known as planet Earth. You get in good with a large colony of soldiers and spend about 6 months with them before they decide that you're not pulling your weight. In order to save the very few food rations they have left, they exile you from the compound and send you out to fend for yourself. You decide to venture into a neighboring town in hopes of finding food that was left behind by raiders. It only takes you about a day and a half before you strike gold. A hidden underground bunker, stockpiled to the brim with enough food to feed an entire colony for a year. Now you have a few choices to make. Would you go back to the colony and tell them about the bunker, or would you stay in the bunker all by yourself? Well, if they kicked you out because they thought you weren't pulling your weight, they're not trusted, so I would probably stay in the bunker. If you could choose to only tell some of the soldiers about the bunker and let them in so you could lead a new colony, but exile the soldiers who exiled you, would you do it? No, because if you tell those soldiers, they could turn on you. If you were to lead a new colony, would you build it based on savagery and raiding, or would you build it based on sharing and compassion? Probably sharing and compassion. If you were the leader of the colony that exiled you, except it was you who exiled someone else who wasn't pulling their weight, and that person just happened to find themselves in a similar situation where they found a jackpot worth of food in an underground bunker, but they refused to share it with the colony, would you raid them and steal it for yourself, or would you let them keep what they found? Probably keep what they found. Very interesting. Well, that wraps up this portion of the test. But I need more from you before I allow you to rest. A choice here, a choice there. Which would you rather? Moral dilemmas abound from what I can gather. And you will answer clearly, crisp, and concise. Will you be selfish, or is your choice a vice? In just mere moments from now, we both shall see the difference between who you are and who you wish to be. Let us begin. I am actually out of time for this episode, so kind of like the second test, I will pick this up right away so it's still fresh in my mind. Again, it's probably going to be about a day or so before this happens, depending on when this comes out. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, let me know in the comments below. And as always, by subscribing, I get to see you guys